Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Inside Zimbabwean Sports. I'm your favorite host, Kundai KC, and without further ado, I'll just go straight into the topic. Afcon final. Is football scripted? What do you think, guys? Because, today it was a very dramatic game. I loved the pace of the game and how it started. It showed that Senegal had more possession and Morocco was also fighting to get a win. It seemed like everyone was very aggressive in the game and, everybody wanted to win, and I was rooting for Senegal personally because it was one of the teams that was impressing me from the beginning of the Afcon up until they reached the finals. They were playing really, really well, but something was telling me that the script was gonna probably say Morocco has to win the game, because it's a situation where when I was trying to buy tickets for Afcon, right? And I think we were at phase 2. It was not even phase 3. We were at phase 2, and that was in October. I saw that the final tickets were already sold out. Like by phase 2, phase 3, they couldn't buy the tickets because the tickets were already sold out. They were sold out by who? Who knew that their team were going to go to the finals? It was Morocco. So most of the Moroccan fans probably had bought tickets for the finals. By the way, this is just my speculation. This is just my theory. It is not any official statement of anything. I am just saying what I think based on the observations that I saw from what was happening in the competition, right? And this is not to discredit Afcon or anything, but this is just to spark a debate to see whether football is scripted or not. So it was a situation where most of the Moroccans had bought the tickets for the Afcon finals. So Morocco was supposed to be in the Afcon finals. Like, they were supposed to be there. Whether they worked hard for it or they got favored so that they could get there, we don't know. We don't want to say things that we don't know, but the script was saying Morocco is supposed to be in the finals with some other team. I had predicted Morocco versus Egypt based on how Egypt was playing, but Egypt couldn't even take third place. Kudos to Nigeria. I was rooting for them. Kudos to Nigeria for taking the bronze medal. They really deserved it and they really played well yesterday. And kudos to their goalkeeper who also helped them to make sure that Egypt only scored 2 out of 5 penalties. So Nigeria won penalties, and that was a very, very good game. I watched it yesterday. And moving on about this Morocco versus Senegal drama, the game was going well until a situation where when I saw that this game was now becoming a bit tense and a lot of favoritism was now being shown. Senegal scored, right? And I think a Moroccan player, I don't remember who was the player, he fell down to the ground. And the referee saw that action, and it happened at the same time when the goal was scored, and the goal was disallowed because of that. It wasn't an offside. It was just a situation where a foul was committed. The referee didn't even confirm with the VAR which was it an actual foul or it was just a situation where someone was defending themselves, because the Moroccan pushed the Senegalese, right? The Senegal player. And then the Senegalese pushed back and then scored. Or is it the same person who scored? But it was a situation where the Moroccan player and Diatanga Kudena. So the ref only saw the part where the Senegalese was trying to defend himself because he was pushed, right? But he didn't fall. But Azodona passing Diaz on Titi, and then the goal was disallowed. And Senegal was like, cool. But tell me why. We are on the 89th minute. We are in the 89th minute of the game. And this is not... Okay, fine. Let's say it was a penalty. But this is not even a heavy concussion. This is just people fighting for the ball in the box and somebody decides to dive on the ground. And then you decide to say, okay, this is a penalty and Morocco is just going to win with a penalty. Straight like that. But yet, a few minutes back, Senegal scored and the goal was disallowed and no VAR was involved. But now you're involving VAR because the penalty involves a Moroccan player actually scoring and deciding how they're going to win the game. How does that make sense? That's when Senegal boycotted the game. We're like, you know what? You're going to do this by yourselves. If you're gonna score a penalty, then score a penalty. But I, the goalkeeper Mendy, I'm not gonna be there. You can score, but I will not be there. He left the ground. All of the other players left the ground, and it was just a very chaotic moment. Ndofunga coach but boys zangu atongwe masalad. It was just a crazy situation, and I think it was like for actually a very, very long time, because I was trying to check the live scores. I was like, maybe my channel is a bit behind, maybe something has happened, but it was just chaos after chaos. Senegalese were angry, people were angry, the Moroccans were also angry, the ref didn't know what to do. It was drama. This is why we love Afcon, guys. This is why we love Afcon. Besides the fact that people see it as unserious, I personally see it as a serious competition. But the drama, the chaos, all of this is the beauty of Afcon. So, I understand the frustration, Senegalese, because it wasn't fair. Like, if VAR is going to be used all the time when something isn't clear, let it be used all the time. Let it not just be used at a situation where it's favoring the host country, because those are the people of the stadium, and those are the people who made most of the sales for the country, and blah, blah, blah. Whatever. We don't care. Okay? Let it be a fair game. Let it be a situation yekuti musazoti makise ku FIFA muchizonzi, hey, your competition does not make sense. It does not meet the world standards because it's a joke. We don't want people to see Afcon as a joke. It is a serious competition, just like the UCL, just like the World Cup, just like Nations League, whatever you name it, okay? Just like the Euros as well. So, yeah, that's the situation we were at. And then I think Mendy cooled down a little bit, and then he came back. I don't know if he was given the yellow card, or the yellow card was given to somebody else who was fighting with the ref, because everyone just wanted to chop the ref's head off. And Brahim Diaz was the one who took the panenka. What kind of panenka was that? Like, I really don't know. I don't understand. Like, a person of your caliber, I didn't really get it. Maybe he was scared. He was just afraid to probably just hit a proper goal. But that was a very, very bad penalty. It was a situation where the Moroccans were actually running to celebrate as if the game was about to be over. But unfortunately, we had to go to extra time, and we had to be up until this late, just for this, for the love of the game, for the love of football, But anyway, we went to extra time, and what did Senegal do? What did Senegal do? Senegal scored a very beautiful goal. I think it was Gueye. I don't know how to pronounce it. I hope it's the correct pronunciation. And it should have been 2-0, but there was someone, I don't remember his name, but he missed another goal, which could have been a lovely win of 2-0, but still it doesn't matter. Senegal won 1-0 without having to go Kuma penalty shootout. I personally thought it was going to go Kuma penalty shootout, actually, because with the way the game was being played, I was like, okay, maybe we'll end at 90 minutes and then go to penalty shootout, and then, may the best goalkeeper win at this point, or may the best penalty takers win. It was just going to be anyone's game. But this thing of trying to use VAR when it's favoring Morocco and don't use VAR because it's not favoring Morocco, let's stop that habit. But I'm so sorry to the Moroccan fans. No hate against you. Morocco is a very nice place. When I went there personally, I was treated very well. They were very nice to me, but obviously they wanted to win because they're at the home ground and everybody was just there expecting to win. You wouldn't flood the stadium expecting not to win. You wouldn't sell out the tickets expecting not to win, obviously. So the script was that Morocco was supposed to win. But I think the Senegalese deserved to win. I didn't want an unfair game, They wanted everything to just be fair and square. And I think whatever they did was the right way to handle the game. Of course, it was drama, but the drama was necessary for, the game to go on in a fair manner. So, yeah, referee, I don't know what you were thinking, but whatever officiating that was, I was rooting for this referee. I was like, this referee, I've seen him before. He's been officiating some games and he's been doing really well. But today, I couldn't even stand up for him. I could not defend him at all because I was like, what in the world of refereeing is this? What were you told? What is this? We don't want to be we don't want Afcon to be associated with match fixing and all those kind of things, speculations of evil stuff. And there were some other things that came out, I think, in The Guardian a day ago, saying that the Senegalese were saying, the Senegal football team, they were saying that they feel unsafe because, they feel like being spied on, and their sessions are being recorded. They were saying a whole lot of things, which I couldn't quite understand why they were complaining. But with what happened today in the game, I understand why they were complaining. They were not complaining for nothing. Like, it was for a good cause. But anyways, this marks the end of my Afcon videos. Number 1, Senegal. Number 2, Morocco. Number 3, Nigeria. And number 4, Egypt. And of course, the rest were putted out at a time that they were not expecting to, which is quite unfortunate, like my beautiful country, Zimbabwe. But we go again in 2027. I'm so excited because next year, again, same time, same place, we will be discussing this very same competition again in June, July 2027. And it will be hosted by East Africa. It will be Kenya, Uganda, and also Tanzania. So I do hope it goes well. I hope they have the hosting capabilities as much as Morocco had, because Morocco were really organized. Of course, there were a few things that they needed to fix, like the ticketing system, which was not quite pleasant, and the Yala app was the worst app that I have ever used on the planet. But I do hope that Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania will improve that, and CAF will also hear our cries in terms of that, because that was a very, very bad ticketing system, and we had to change our passports and do all sorts of things for us to be able to get tickets, which was very unnecessary. So please, CAF, if you are listening, if you ever come across one of these videos, please make sure that you improve your ticketing system. We don't need to be having biometric passports for us to go to Afcon. We don't need biometric passports to go to UCL. I don't think we should need biometric passports to go to Afcon, in my honest and humble opinion. Thank you very much. But thank you guys if you have followed our journey, our Football Insights Global journey from the start of Afcon up until now. I, of course, tried to record whatever I could record, because remember, Basa, and sometimes work commitments do not allow us to be doing this full time. But whenever I could, I would post long form videos, and also in the shorts, guys, you can check. I post almost every day short form videos on my experience that I had at Afcon when Zimbabwe and South Africa were playing, and also when Ivory Coast and Cameroon were playing as well. So you can check out our YouTube shorts. They have so many videos and so many perspectives from the stands that I took. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for staying with me with this Afcon journey. I hope to be back again. Of course, I'll be back again when I'm talking about FIFA and also FIFA World Cup, rather. Yeah, because FIFA is a broad term. So when I'm talking about FIFA World Cup, I will be back, of course. And now I think we'll be talking about local football. There are so many transfers that's been happening. We have so many things that have been happening in the local football of Zimbabwe, and also abroad with our abroad players. Also so many stuff that have been happening. So many people who are doing well, and so many people who are continuously doing well as usual. Thank you so much for listening to my TED Talk. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Football Insights Global. Tell a friend, tell an ex, tell a hammer, whatever. Please just spread the news and say this is the home of football, the home of Zimbabwean sports, the home of African football, the home of global sports. And also follow our Instagram. It is Football Insights Global. My name is Kunda KC. Thank you for listening to me, and ciao.